Hi everybody, I'm Bree the Plant Lady, and today I wanted to do a quick Foodscape container tour. I have a whole bunch of containers that I planted last fall that look really awesome right now as we are getting into the spring season. So here in my fire pit area, I have a bunch of pots that really stay out year-round. And I love these large, like 10-gallon plastic pots. They're just super versatile, they're inexpensive to buy, and I have these planted right now with curly parsley and barley that I direct seeded, and look, the barley is just starting to put out its flowers. I'm so stoked. It is the perfect combo. It looks just like an ornamental grass that has been growing all winter long. Now behind that is one of my favorite containers of all time. This is called the Nest, and it's from Crescent Gardens. And this is currently planted with an awesome maple that my friend Kim Shearer from Chicago gave me. And then the bottom is just planted with another little yellow viola and different varieties of parsley. And again, these have been planted since last November. Over on this side, I have a similar container, but in here there's also snapdragons, which haven't started to bloom yet. Again, with that backdrop of the barley, which is just the perfect kind of ornamental grass that also provides me something that I can harvest to ultimately brew beer with. Now, one of my favorite container plants for winter interest is Carex, specifically Everillo. And I've had this planted in here for a number of years. So when I go to replant it this spring, I am planning to put this in the ground. And in there, I also have some surprise potatoes and a blackberry. And I'm gonna keep that blackberry in here and train it on this cattle fence panel. This is another great container from Crescent Gardens, and in this I have a variety of black flowered wheat that I've never grown before. I'm really excited to see how it does, mixed with a really cool cultivar of Rhodia japonica, and again some violas, but in there permanently is actually a champagne grape. And you see I've got that trained on this cattle fence arch. And each season I just need to kind of work to get it to be better attached. Now in the summer I always plant cucumber and tomato in this pot, because then I can grow those along this cattle fence arch as well. Another container from Crescent Gardens that I always have planted. So this really simple combination, again with barley as the green backdrop and Everillo Carex, flanked with that yellow viola. Now I will change this out for the summer, and I'm gonna relocate this pot for the warm season. I'm really excited because I have another one of these pots to plant. So here is the other Crescent Gardens container that I've just gotten. I need to get it planted, but I haven't been to a garden center and I haven't really figured out what I want to grow in it yet. It feels like endless possibilities. You can see it's a really high quality plastic container, but it's, lightweight and easy for me to move, and it's large enough that I'm going to be able to do a really cool combination of plants in it. I love pots with no holes because it really affords you the opportunity to grow some things that might not be super well behaved in ground, and that certainly includes this equisetum that I think a lot of people will warn you not to grow, and I'm just really conscientious to make sure that it never gets out of this container. Again, because it doesn't have any holes, it can't escape the pot. What I also have planted in here is Sarracenia. And this year, I think I need to actually transplant that Sarracenia out into a larger pot because the equisetum is kind of taking over this container. But this is a really fun bog pot that looks great 12 months out of the year. Some of my favorite Foodscape containers are here right at my kitchen door, so I see these every day. This is another really simple combination of just direct seeded barley with a purple viola. And in the summer, I always plant cream sausage tomatoes in this. And I'm able to train it along this porch rail. The matching pot here helps hide my hose, but the advantage of having a hose here is that it's really easy to keep these pots watered. And right now, this container is filled with Swiss chard, some broccoli, violas, and curly parsley. This is such a cheerful scene when I pull in the driveway. Not that I leave the house very often, but these containers have done really well. These are containers that I actually got at Lowe's, so they weren't very expensive. They're nice and big. I like that they kind of look like concrete because they sit here in my driveway. And right now, you know, the Swiss chard is just so dynamic, and I've been harvesting it for meals. And again, I've got that clump of barley that's just about ready to start flowering. The curly parsley has been great. I've been adding that to a lot of different dishes. The live wall is filled with violas, snapdragons, parsley, and some mustard right up at the very top. Now this container with the lacinato kale needs to be trimmed back, and so that's what I'm going to do next. I'm just gonna give this a little bit of a haircut to get it all back into shape. Maybe turn the container around to give it a different facing view so that it will remain interesting for the next couple of weeks before it's time to get these replanted for the summer. And these pots in my front porch area are combos of things that have been planted for a really long time, like this thread leaf Chamaecyparis and this Everillo Carex, mixed with viola, mustard, and snapdragons and parsley. Now this year I plan to transplant all of those woodies and that Carex into the garden and start fresh. Cubby has a great view here from his little cat bed on the front porch. You might recognize this pot. It's the same one the Equisetum's planted in, and this is what in the summer I like to grow rice in, but in the winter season and early spring I use these for floating flower arrangements. And adjacent to that is the Daphne that is still alive that I potted 2 weeks ago. I haven't watered it at all. It's just sitting here on the front porch doing its thing. And just because you guys need to see how cute these cats are, everybody has a little spot on the front porch to get out of the rain. So there is Sophia, named for the Golden Girl, Sophia Petrillo, and there is Ava Grace, also known as Little Babe. Now this is a matching plastic pot from the other side of the front porch. This is filled with a really awesome rose that's been in here for, gosh, 3 seasons now. This is 4 roses, named for the bourbon, 4 roses. And again, mixed with that Carex. You just can't go wrong with Carex, particularly for its winter interest, but really it looks good year round. And I have snapdragons and actually some leftover tulips from last year. So this planter is looking good in this newly renovated bed. So right now my back porch is kind of a mix of a bunch of planters, and in part that's because we have some freezing weather coming, so I'll have to tuck these back in. But first we have our planted table. And for the winter, this was planted with snapdragons and parsley. It's looking really great. In the summer, this gets planted with succulents, much like this container that's been planted now for 7 years. All I do is bring it in and out of the shed. It's really interesting, the plants that have kind of taken over, very specifically this Senecio. But you know what else is tucked in here? It's an olive. Because here's another floating flower arrangement, and here I've got turmeric that I need to plan on transplanting and dividing this season. Knowing we have 28 in the forecast, I'm not anxious to move any of these pots. Likely they won't really be damaged by that temperature, but I'll make the decision the day of. Lots of different succulents. But then over here are some containers that have been planted really all winter, except for these smaller ones, which I did on videos a few weeks ago. So in this planter, we've got another variety of wheat and curly mustard combo together. This is a leaf lettuce that we'll be getting ready to be harvested from. This is that bulb Oryxia mixed with some leaf lettuce as a ground cover. Here I have, again, leaf lettuce as a ground cover with agapanthus, which have been successfully perennial in this pot. And over here, more leaf lettuce, and then, of course, the combo of a special dogwood, though I honestly can't quite remember, and more Swiss chard and leaf lettuce. So I have lots of food to be able to harvest from all of these pots that even if this was all I was growing, I would be able to make a meaningful difference in my habits in the kitchen. And that's really what foodscaping is all about. Whether you do it in the ground or you grow some food in containers, it's all about the experience of growing something that you eat. That way you gain an appreciation for the resources that farmers provide, and maybe you can grow enough to change some of your grocery store shopping habits. I hope this video will inspire you to grow some food for yourself. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. Happy foodscaping.